So, this is the first reactions to the Borderlands movie. Again, this movie I heard, was terrible. But the Borderlands games are very successful and very loved here. And, yeah, but apparently, what the first people say is that it's a bad movie. That it's a drab and uninteresting adaptation. This is not very good because the movie is coming out in a couple of days as well. Okay, again, what was the point of making this a live-action movie? Okay, what was the point of making this a live-action movie? Okay, you know, as soon as this becomes apparent as well. Okay, even the critics don't like this. Okay, this film swaps the mayhem and imagination of games for a lifeless, unfunny, visually repulsive dud with annoying characters the cast have not one ounce chemistry. Well, we have been telling you, Hollywood. Okay, but Hollywood is too scared of making a R-rated animated movie, and this is the biggest problem. Okay, this movie is soulless live-action slop. Okay, yeah. Saying that Roth's adaptation movie is like an out-touch excited which cool kids find appealing as well. That this ham-fisted humor does not stick in the landing, and the lame-free action is CGI and humor called baffling video game adaptation, not bad, but utterly forgettable as well. Borderlands prompting unfavorable comparisons to Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, it's easily one of the worst movies of the year. It misses the box of every same legacy characters to a degree, and it scratches ahead of the half-baked Guardians of the Galaxy ripoff. Yeah. Okay. And if you look at the games, this is what the games look like. Why can't they make the movie, look like the games? Okay. As well. Okay. Like, the Resident Evil movies function well enough pure entertainment vehicles to capture, but they fail to capture the essence of the games as well. Of course, video game adaptations have gotten better, like of the Mario movie, or even the Sonic movies. Well, basically the Sonic movies, they try, you know, basically like Sonic movies, at least if the real life people would make sense, because there are real life people in the Sonic movie, in the Sonic games. Okay, like Dr. Eggman, for example, is a person. Okay, as well. Of course, Sonic will have worked better as an animated movie, but at least making Dr. Eggman played by a real person makes more sense than, you know, Borderlands, which they could have easily made the movie an animated movie. There is a real distinct art style with the Borderlands games. Like, Borderlands is not supposed to be realistic, okay? It was never meant to be a realistic game, okay? But they're trying to basically turn Borderlands and make it realistic. Sonic movie, of course, there are still people who have gripes of it being, you know, if the live-action characters, obviously. But at least the creators of Sonic tried to do with the best they had. Okay, and even with the second movie, they kind of tried to, you know, they're kind of doing like how it is with the Godzilla movies, you know, where they're focusing mostly on Sonic and Eggman instead of focusing on the human characters like in the first one. Okay, like in the first Sonic movie, they kind of had to work with what they still had with the script. They weren't really going to change the script all too much. That was always the plot of the movie. They just changed the design, you know. If they really wanted to change the plot, we would probably have not seen the Sonic movie until at least after the COVID pandemic was over. But this Borderlands movie, it was like, no one asked for this, okay? You know, this will go in the ranks of movies like the Avatar: The Last Airbender movie and Dragon Ball Evolution of some of the worst adaptations ever, okay? You know, it seems that Hollywood still continues to fail to understand what makes a lot of these properties and IPs so great. It is not just Borderlands, you have Dragon Ball, okay? A live-action Dragon Ball movie can definitely work in the vein of a style of the Marvel movies, okay? You know, because Dragon Ball is basically a comic book, which is a manga or a Japanese comic book, and Marvel movies are adapted from comic book. You could definitely have real people portray Goku, Vegeta, Piccolo, and all the characters. There's obviously, and I think it could be a huge, massive movie if they just respected the source material. But Hollywood can't do that, obviously, you know. And we're probably not going to see a Borderlands movie for decades now because Hollywood is too much of a pansies to make an R-rated animated movie. Like, why is it this hard for Hollywood to move past the idea that animation is just for kids. Okay, why can't Hollywood move past this idea? Okay, you know, like, R-rated animated movie could definitely do well. Okay, because a story, it can be R-rated, and it can still be good. Doesn't matter if it's live action or animation. Okay, like, it's like, this is like this ridiculous. Like, this could have been a very, like, this Borderlands movie could have been very, very successful if they just respected the source material and made it like the source material. Okay, even if they did want to make a live action, a lot of people still complain that they didn't respect the source material and just try to rip off Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, really? You just want to make another Guardians of the Galaxy? Like, we already have Guardians of the Galaxy. Okay, and it seems with that movie's success, there have been tons of attempts to recreate that movie's success. You had Dungeons and Dragons, like, you had Borderlands movie, obviously, you know, like, they keep trying to recreate Guardians of the Galaxy, and it has failed every time. Okay, you know, basically the whole premise of Guardians of the Galaxy is a bunch of unlikely people come together and fight for the greater good. Okay, the reason why it works because Guardians of the Galaxy, that was how it was in the comics. Okay, Guardians of the Galaxy was like that in the comics, and it seems that no one likes Eli Roth's Borderlands movie at all. 0 people like it. Okay, Borderlands game franchise, you know, as well here. And every playable code is distinct and fleshed out. Its appearance that demands immersion and replay. As the franchise will play elements that feel fresh and audacious for every entry, Borderlands succeeds with fast humor and more brutal final flashpoints. But it seems that Hollywood, they seem not to get it. Okay, we thought they will finally fix it with the Mario movie, and so, oh yeah, Mario movie has been very successful. Let's try to make more movies like that. But same thing with DreamWorks and the failure to understand what made Puss in Boots: The Last Wish so successful. It seems that Hollywood is now going to struggle with video game movies again because they failed to understand why people like these IPs for the first place. And it doesn't really bode well for that Minecraft movie they're coming out with either, because that's gonna be even worse. Okay, you know, oh my god, that's gonna be even worse. The Minecraft movie. Okay, and that's about this video here. Goodbye.